Welcome back, everyone, to Freaky Tales on this Freaky Tales Friday. I want to thank everybody who decided to join us. I know you guys could have been doing anything else, but you guys are here, and I want to thank you guys firsthand. I want to thank everybody in the live chat. I want to thank everybody who decided not to be on the live chat. I want to thank all the podcasters with their fake profiles, pages that want to come on just to watch us. Welcome. Thank you, everyone. And I want to thank everybody who's going to watch it later on because they're probably at work, working the night shift. They get home around 3. I get a lot of you guys that tell me that, those stories. So today we got a good one. Once again, those of you guys that have been asking about Spice Smuggler, he needs to make time because he told me he would love to come back, but he's really busy. That's what he said. So right now the Spice ain't being nice. But other than that, he'll be back soon. So without further ado, please allow me to welcome someone who is no stranger to this podcast. He's been here several times before. He's very educated in things we're about to talk about, and that's why I like to bring him on. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode of Freaky Tales with the one and only Brando. Brando, how are you?
I'm good, Tony. It's great to be back.
Yes, it's been a minute.
Yeah. No, I love being here. It's therapeutic.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of people, just in case they may not know, and maybe it's their first time seeing you here, just let them know a little bit of what you do.
Like on a professional level?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, I'm the director of marketing for Thump Records. My whole career has been doing marketing and promotion for record labels. One of the biggest labels would be Virgin. But a handful of independent labels as well. It's been a really interesting journey for me as far as my professional career is concerned.
Yeah, and you work with a lot of very well-known artists,
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But you know what? It was funny because years ago, when I went to go do that Dash radio interview, years ago, what was that, 2019, 18?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where Dash is at right now, but everybody was saying that was like the next biggest thing. Okay.
Right.
Did it ever live up to its expectations?
I don't believe they did. And I heard I did ask about it the other day. Strange that you bring it up. And I heard, it's not existent anymore. Or they sold it to somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, but that's where I saw you. We got reacquainted because we had first met in the 1990s.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we got reacquainted, and you started telling me about all these conspiracy things. So when I started Freaky Tales, I thought about you. So I was like, okay, we got some Freaky Tales. But you know what? Today I kind of just want to touch on, and I want to talk about something that I have seen growing up. I'll start off with the minor stuff. Okay. Things that alters the mind. Okay. I believe, that you are born with a sound mind, but somehow some people take things to alter that mindset.
Yes.
For an example, growing up, I seen dudes that smoked marijuana.
Okay. Yeah.
And many times, like in the movies, they'll say, you want to expand your mind, and I seen dudes act real slow. I seen dudes act hyper on it. I seen dudes on cocaine. I seen dudes on heroin.
Mm-hmm.
I seen dudes on Sherm.
Yes.
Okay. And it alters the mind. I've seen people that have been on drugs, mainly acid, and have told me the visions or the images that they have seen.
Yes.
So I've heard a lot of freaky tales when it comes to, mind altering drugs.
Okay.
What about yourself? Do you have any type of experience or anything somebody might have shared with you that they might have seen, under the influence of some type of drug?
Well, yes. I mean, absolutely. It just depends on, on what drug we're talking about. I mean, more commonly now these days, you have people who use meth.
Yeah.
And they see shadow people.
Yes, very true.
And things of that. I think a lot of that has to do with paranoia.
Yeah.
And the mind plays tricks on them.
Yes.
And they see things that aren't necessarily there. That's right. as it pertains to meth. Right. When we're dealing with, like, from the stories that I've heard, and I've tried once or twice with, like, mushrooms.
Okay.
Or LSD.
Really?
Yeah, and there are, I believe, I'm hesitant to use the word spiritual because of what that defines in a
Right.
broader sense. And so, you know, at the expense of not wanting to offend anyone. But people have spiritual experiences.
Yeah, I don't mind offending anyone, so let's just go
Okay,
ahead.
so they have spiritual experiences. Mushrooms seem to be a little bit more mellow.
Okay.
LSD seems to be a little more intense.
Uh-huh.
For me personally, I hope my mom's not watching, but yeah, I've tried mushrooms, and you do walk away with a sense of a little bit. I don't know if it just works certain parts of your brain that haven't been worked before in a sober state of mind.
Right.
But there's something that does happen and occur when you're under the influence of mushrooms or LSD. Visions and things of that nature, not for me personally. I know this one guy was under the influence of LSD and thought he was an orange, and thought everybody in the party or in that room wanted to pill him, and he jumped out the window.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he didn't kill himself, did he?
Yeah.
So he thought he was an orange, and he thought...
And people wanted to pill him. I think with those particular drugs, I think the substance of a person really matters. So if you're like more grounded and, you know, then those type of drugs can influence you in a positive way.
Right.
But if there's nothing there to begin with, then like a lot of strange stuff can occur.
Brando, I seen a lot of crazy things when I was, younger, mainly a teenager, okay? And there was a drug, and I'm trying to remember which one it was. And Alex, maybe you can help me. There was a drug, whether it was Sherm, whether it was something, but it would make one of the people jump off of something. They would say, I can fly. Do you remember that?
Sherm,
huh?
Yeah, PCP.
That's what it was. Because I had a buddy, this is true story. I'm not going to say where, because if he's watching, just in case. This dude got butt naked on Sherm, went to a pool, went on the diving board, jumped off the deep end, and fell head first, and he didn't know there was no water.
Oh, snap. They do call it butt naked, though.
Oh, really?
They do call Sherm butt naked. Yeah, remember Tim Butt Naked, the rapper, Dog?
Oh, okay.
I think he did the song Fuck Compton.
Oh, Tim Dog.
Yeah, but it was like Tim Butt Naked. So that is like a common term for Sherm.
Okay.
Even if you look at Friday, Smokey gets down, to his underwear and hides in a chicken coop.
Okay, but he became paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he landed on his head, and because he was on Sherm. But obviously, something told him, jump. And there was a lot of people that have jumped off of buildings or thought they can fly. So obviously, it did something to them because so many people thought it can fly. They can fly.
Right. They believe that it's a true reality in that frame of mind.
Now, we'll get into the possible spiritual side of things like that, but I do want to talk about really quick. Growing up, I used to see, especially like SA dudes growing up when I was a kid, they would put spray paint in a bag. Do you remember that?
Huffing.
And then, smell it?
Yeah, huff.
Yes. I don't think they realized that they were burning their own damn brain cells.
Right.
And then other people with a marker, they will sniff a marker or sniff glue. Anything to feel that kind of rush or that high.
Dust Off does the same thing too. Computer spray.
Oh God!
The stuff that you use to clean the. It's like a form. Well, because kids do NAS these days too. Well, they'll inhale the balloon.
Yeah.
So Dust Off is something similar, and you just, and then it alters the mind.
What do people get out of that?
I think an escape. It's an escape from reality. So whatever they're experiencing in reality, like it could be some deep emotional scars or something that just makes them want to get away for that temporary moment, and it's all worth it to them.
Okay. I see guys with driving, sucking on balloons. Now in Spanish, you say global or balloon.
Okay.
I call those guys chupa globos. Chupa means suck.
Yeah, suck, yeah.
So next time you see a guy or a girl, mira, un chupa globo. That's the newest. Not chupacabra, chupa globo.
A globalist.
Yes, a globalist, yeah. It's like, damn, like, okay, there was a guy at the park. He was laying down. He was out. I took my grandbabies, and then one of my grandbabies, is he dead? And no. This guy wakes up with that can, bro. And then he goes back to sleep. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
So in other words, they're trying to numb something.
Absolutely. Whatever they experienced in their reality has scarred them to the point where they don't have the tools in their toolbox to cope and deal with whatever it is they had to deal with. And you know, I have a sense of empathy for them.
Yeah.
But that to deal with what they need to deal with, to process that pain, to process those things, to be okay with it.
Okay, so now me and my grandbabies, we go to McDonald's. It's around the parks. So we're chilling there. We come back, and this guy is arguing with the tree.
Oh, yeah.
He's arguing, and my grandbabies even noticed that there was something wrong. And he's arguing, like passionately arguing, like he was hurt, and now he's letting that tree know that you hurt me.
Right.
And then he starts yelling, nah. Then he goes back into his little, and I'm like, fudge.
What's he hitting? No?
That spray can.
The dust off.
Yes, the dust off.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell that did to him, for him to think that he can talk to the tree and argue with the tree and explain to the tree why that tree hurt him.
Rationalize with the tree.
Yes.
Have a dialogue with the tree.
So obviously something happened mentally where he thinks.
Possibly schizophrenia, and the dust off
Alleviates
it to a sense, but maybe in his head it alleviates it, or it gives him that escape. But as a result, the reaction is to go off into some other zone and start talking to inanimate objects.
I heard this, and I'm trying to remember if it was on YouTube or it was late night TV. I'm trying to remember it, but this was a true story of a guy that, and I think he was from Tennessee, if I'm correct. It was a white kid. He was now in his 20s, and he explained that when he was a teenager, him and his friends would want to get together because they lived in a town where just nothing happened, bro. So they had to make their own fun.
Right.
So it would be like, I call 5 of my buddies or 6 of my buddies. Hey, go in your mom's cabinet and get a bunch of pills from all different, 5 or 6, and bring them in the baggie.
Cocktail.
Yeah. Okay. So each 5 or 6 kids would bring a bag full of like 6, different type of pills. So they would throw them in a bowl and mix them.
Oh, wow.
And everybody grabs a handful and just pops them in. Okay.
Yeah, it's scary.
So he says that they're watching television. This is what this guy was sharing. And he said that through the television, he saw a leprechaun peek out of the television. Not from the side, not from the top, not from the bottom, but from the screen. And he looks, and he started looking to see if his buddies notice it.
Right.
Okay. And he looks again, and this time he steps out halfway. And he says this, McDaniel. That was his last name. He says, your mother's prayers aren't working for you, McDaniel.
Wow.
That's what he said. And that one of the guys said, turn off the TV. He finally saw it, another guy.
Oh.
Turn off the TV. But he said he was too scared to turn off TV. So his friend grabbed him and turned off TV. He disappeared, okay? He said he knocked out. When he woke up, the ambulance were there. All 4 or 5 of his friends were dead. He was the only one that lived. And this is what he said. I think the only reason why I lived was because those prayers were working.
Oh, okay.
And now that's the spiritual side.
Right.
This thing knew that somebody had been praying for him.
Okay.
Yeah, and he said, when I looked over there, he said they had nothing but black stuff coming out of their mouth. Yeah, so I don't know what that was, but obviously they were trying to get high. They were trying to alter the mind. And obviously he did, because he saw the damn leprechaun.
With zero discretion, though, like just taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and not knowing really what it is or what it does.
Right.
I mean, it could have been muscle relaxers to diabetic medication. Who knows? They're just randomly taking pills out of the medicine cabinet.
I'm a big
your dick in the dirt.
Yeah. I'm a big Doors fan, Jim Morrison and the Doors, okay? Ray Manzarek, before he passed away, he did an interview, and I got to see it. And they asked him, how did he liked the movie The Doors. And he said, it's Hollywood. He goes, but I'm going to tell you, he goes, they made Jim Morrison look like he took so much drugs he could have overdosed earlier. Mm-hmm. You know, he goes, yeah, he did get high. He goes, as a matter of fact, there wasn't a time when he wasn't up on stage that he wasn't high. He said, okay. He said, but for him walking around and people throwing pills in his mouth, he goes, no, that didn't really happen. Was he always drunk? Yes. Was he an alcoholic? Yes. Now, keep in mind, he was in his 20s. Mm-hmm. Was he always on drugs? Yeah, but not the way the movie portrayed him to be. Right. He said, now, as far as the way he was dancing and the way he saw those natives, he goes, he would tell us that that's what he saw. So, obviously,
he had vision.
He had visions when he was on these substance, whatever he took.
Right.
So, now, Brando, you know, before we get into possibly the spiritual side, can it take you over to another dimension possibly? Mm-hmm. You know, like quick example, had a rapper friend of mine that was on acid. Okay, I picked him up. We went to a friend's house. We were doing some demo work in my friend's room. My friend had a picture. You know, back in the days, like 1990, it was 1997. People still had posters in their house, you know?
Right.
Today, we don't have posters, okay? He had a poster, and it was water right here, and it was a hill right here, and there was a man on top of the hill.
Okay.
Okay? And he walks up to it while my friend's on the drum machine, and I'm right here listening to the beat. He walks between us, and he goes, oh, my God, he's jumping. He's jumping. And we turn around, and we look, and we say, what? He just jumped. He was talking about the man on the damn poster.
On the poster.
Because he was on acid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, remember, like in the 60s and 70s, they had those black velvet posters that, you know, right? There has to be something to it.
Absolutely. So I just want to talk a little bit about the effects of psychedelic drugs. The effects of psychedelic drugs may include, okay, for an example, altered perception of time. Think about that one. Altered perception of time. So they lose, if you will, all recollection of time. Mm-hmm. Do they think they're out of time? In time?
Time just moves slower in some instances.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty freaky to me, okay. Difficulty communicating clearly with others. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Hallucinations, such as feeling sensations, hearing sounds. I know people that have done that. Or seeing images that aren't real.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, but they're seeing images.
Right.
And they think it's real.
Right.
But we know that they're not real because we don't see them.
Right.
Okay, so we'll get a little bit more into that. Heightened awareness of or understanding. Heightened awareness. Mm-hmm. Okay. Increased energy. Okay. I knew a guy that got so high, he took off his clothes and started running around the neighborhood, and we had to chase him with a sheet to cover his ass.
What was he on?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But he was just saying that he was hot.
Okay.
The only thing he left was his shoes.
So he could run.
He was butt naked, you know, with his gummy worms swinging. Okay.
His gummy worm.
Lack of ability to think rationally. Okay. The next one, mixed sensory experiences. Seeing sounds. Think about that one. Seeing sounds. Okay. Mm-hmm. Spiritual experiences. That's the one we're going to get into.
Okay.
Spiritual experience. The next one is vivid sensory experiences. Okay. Then the next one is these are the short term effects of like LSD, peyote, and DMT may include an increase in heart rate. And we'll talk about that as well. LSD and peyote may also cause an increase in body temperature. Additionally, LSD can cause dizziness, sleepiness, increased blood pressure, loss of appetite, dry mouth, sweating, numbness, weakness, tremors, and impulse behavior. Now, I had a buddy that maybe he didn't know what he was doing, okay? Mm-hmm. He had an edible.
Okay.
And they told him, it's this big, cut it in 4 pieces, only have 1 cube.
A quarter.
Well, he thought his tolerance was high, you know, and he thought, you know, half an hour later, I don't feel nothing. Ate the other quarter. I don't feel nothing. So he just shoved the rest of it in there. And he said that he felt that he goes, I felt somebody was going to kill me or I was going to die that day.
Huh.
He said, an overwhelming fear came over me.
The paranoia.
Yeah, I started hearing things. What's that? What's that? What's that?
Right.
You know, he goes, I found myself apologizing to my mother when she came over. She was over the house, and I didn't know why. And then she kept telling me, what's the matter? And he kept saying, I'm going to die, or somebody's going to kill me. I'm going to die. All of a sudden, they gained fear. At least he did. Okay. So now, let's talk a little bit about what I said, that this guy said he saw a leprechaun come through the TV.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that sometimes you can take some type of psychedelic drug that you can possibly see into the supernatural. I think there is something in your brain that opens up that you can see that we normally can't see.
Yeah, it might have to do with the pineal gland.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Well, in some instances, they refer to the pineal gland as the throne of God, because it's like, and it's part of your endocrine system, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it's yeah. If you're gonna have any type of spiritual experience like what you're explaining now, most likely it's that's the source is the pineal gland. And there's some, from what I've read, like some occultists or Satanists or, you know, people, cannibals, or the people that are into cannibalism, that they'll eat that. Like that's the like the main. Yeah.
Oh, you mean that's the stuff that the elitists do?
Yeah. The pineal gland.
Okay. I'm just going to repeat something. I'm going to piggyback off of something that I said last week on Sunday when I had Rick here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw a little bit of it. Yes.
I had brought up, and again, I don't believe everything that Alex Jones says.
Right.
But I will repeat what he said on Joe Rogan because I thought it was kind of freaky. Okay. He said that these elitists take this
hallucinogenic.
Yes. I have a hard time saying that word. Okay. To be able to communicate with interdimensional beings.
Okay.
And these interdimensional beings give them the new technology. Now, I brought this up is because if that's true, that's a big if, okay?
Right.
If that's true, what are they taking to communicate or to see into the supernatural?
And are we talking elite?
Yes,
people?
elite.
It could be adrenochrome.
And you explain what adrenochrome is?
Adrenochrome is when they extract adrenalized blood from a child. So they'll put a child in a state of absolute fear and shock, and then they extract the blood from the child. It's adrenalized, so it has a lot of adrenaline in it.
Yes.
And then so if you've seen the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Johnny Depp and that other dude in the hotel room says, this shit makes mescaline look like kiddie play.
Really?
Yeah, in the movie. And so yeah, you hallucinate. Some people claim to have spiritual experiences, and it's also considered it reverses your age. So you don't age, so you look very youthful.
Okay, now think about this, Brando. Hold that thought.
They say Celine Dion and stuff like that's, you know, I'm talking conspiracy now, but yeah.
Right. Okay. So we're saying that they do this to children. They put them through intense fear so that their blood is adrenalized. That's what you said. Mm-hmm. And while it's adrenalized, they take it and they drink it. Okay. And somehow it makes them younger and possibly hallucinate.
Yeah. They drink it or they process it. Cause like in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, they drop it like out of a dropper.
Okay. Now think about this for a second. Cause we've heard of this before about this adrenochrome. Okay. Who gave humans that idea?
That knowledge, right?
That knowledge.
Of how to do that.
Yes.
Right.
Like, think about this. You ask somebody, you know, like in that movie Prometheus. You ever see that movie? It's a guy that travels hundreds and millions of miles to ask an alien, can you make me young again? Pretty much.
See, so Hollywood's kind of alluding it because now we're going back to youth. But go ahead. No, I have not seen the movie.
So now, say that somebody is wondering, somebody that has money, that's part of the elitist, how do I become young again? Where is the fountain of youth? And somebody appears and says, hey, scare a baby. and then take the blood while he's scared.
Right.
Who gave them that damn knowledge?
Yeah, I don't. So if you're into the Bible and you read like the book of Enoch, like a lot of those fallen angels, like gave man like the knowledge or the technology or the knowledge to create the technology for like weapons and things of that like that. So I mean, this is me just spitballing here, but possibly something of that nature. Maybe Aleister Crowley invoked some type of something and they shared this with him. Right.
Okay. And then I don't want to go too deep into it, but for an example, you spoke about it one time here and we talked about panda eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Panda eyes.
Mm-hmm.
This is where, and I'm going to try to simplify it because I don't want to, it fucks with me when it has to do with children.
Right.
So please forgive me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly they sodomized a child.
Yes.
And when they hurt a child, his eyes turn black, correct?
Right.
And how does that benefit the person doing it?
They're draining their energy.
The child's energy.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the energy transfer, like a vampire.
Yeah.
Okay, now, the reason why I brought that up is, again, who told that guy that that's what...
Right. Some evil, just disgusting stuff like that.
Yeah, like how did somebody find that out? This is where I believe somehow somebody has tapped into the supernatural realm and somebody on the other side told them, do this.
Mm-hmm.
Do this, because there are people today, okay? Okay, I'll give an example. Red Fox, when he did Sanford and Son, you know how old he was? He looked old as hell. He was 42.
Oh, shit.
Salma Hayek is 50.
He needs some adrenaline.
Yes. And then you got Salma Hayek, what is she, 50-something or 50? And she looks still incredible.
And that's the thing. That's what they say. Like a lot of these women that look younger than what they are, and they'll slang beauty products, and behind the scenes, they're using this particular drug, adrenochrome.
Like I had heard a rumor, whether it's true or not, that supposedly the Kardashian Kim, she would use like seal blood on her face.
Yeah, or like the foreskin of baby like penises. Like
okay, again, who gave those people that knowledge?
Right. And I think this stuff has existed, like it goes way back, centuries back.
And I know Oprah's behind a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah. And Hollywood alludes to it all. So like with adrenochrome, to just bring it back to that for a moment. So you have Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but then the White Rabbit. So when you look at the molecular structure of adrenochrome, it looks like a rabbit. And then on top of that, it looks like, and anyone could Google it and whatever and look at the molecular structure of adrenochrome. Well, the way it'll show you is sideways, but if you stand it up, it does look like a white rabbit. And then in one, the same, not one, but the molecular structure, it looks like the rabbit's wearing a red shoe. So then you look at a movie like Tom Hanks, The Man with One Red Shoe. Like, why would where did they come up with the man with one red shoe? Yeah. Now if you watch, it's because of this, but they're alluding to something.
Yeah, but it's controversy. We're just playing along with it. No, it's bullcrap.
Right.
But again, this is where I believe that possibly, and I'm saying possibly, that guys like the guy that I just mentioned,
Alex Jones,
might be onto something.
I think so. I agree with you. I think the things that Alex Jones says you need to take with a grain of salt. I personally believe that he's controlled opposition and can take some truth and distort it intentionally to make the whole thing look just like bananas. And give excuses to the normies to say, see, that part was wrong, and then dismiss the whole thing. Because somebody that is quote unquote controlled opposition, they need to tell some type of truth. They need to give you some of the truth to make it compelling enough to where you can fact check some of it and say yes. But then they'll throw a little twist in there to distort the whole thing. Right.
Okay, now
it's called, and there's a term for it too. It's a media term and a CIA term. It's called limited hangout. So let's say there's a movement and it's getting too big for them they can't attack it anymore. They can't slander it, and it's growing. They'll send somebody in there to infiltrate that movement, become the voice of that movement, and then take the truth that particular movement is sharing or trying to convey, and then distort it to discredit it and make it look stupid. It's called a limited hangout campaign or limited hangout. You can Google that too, limited hangout, and also That's what controlled opposition would do. So the issue gets so big, like, oh man, we can't attack it anymore because it's gaining momentum. Right. So let someone go in there and then become the child sex traffickers do the same thing. They'll infiltrate a move. They're the ones trafficking, but they'll infiltrate it and then become the voice and be the spokesperson or the front man for, no, we have to stop this. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're the ones doing the trafficking.
Right.
Not to get off the topic of hallucinogenics, but
no, but you know what? I'm glad you explained it, but I do want to say that, again, let's just say hypothetically this is true, that this is how they communicate with these interdimensional beings, okay? Mm-hmm. Whatever they are. People may call them demons, people will call them angels, people will call them Martians, whatever. Now, who told them, take this and you could talk to them?
Right.
So that's what kind of like makes you scratch. You're like, okay.
That was a thought-provoking question. I mean, I'm sitting in here like, man, I wish I had an answer. I
don't think we probably ever will.
We can speculate, but
right.
You're right.
But I will say this. I do believe that there is something that they're communicating with.
Okay.
That's just me.
An entity of some sort. Yeah, no, there has to be. I mean, there wouldn't be no occult if there wasn't, And again, I've said this before on your shows, occult simply means hidden. So this is knowledge that's not, the masses aren't privy to, or not available to the masses. You have to belong to a certain sect of people, and then you're given this hidden knowledge, and it gives you the upper hand. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but they use it for bad intention. To control the masses, the dum-dums, the sheeple. Yeah.
I mean, because think about this, okay? They take this, whatever drug it may be, okay? Let's just say it's, and I'm not saying it is, so let me say that first.
Okay.
But true story, and I believe I shared it maybe a year or two ago. Had a friend that went to Peru and fasted and took ayahuasca. Okay. This person knew that they were going to see something. Mm-hmm. They already knew. Okay. And they, I guess, coached him and told him what you're going to see. And one thing he did tell me was this, because he said that he needed closure in his childhood, that he needed to go back and talk to himself as a child. And he explained to me, let's just say this, that he was abused by a family member.
Got it.
And he had to go back and encourage himself to, like, it's okay, move on, you're stronger, this type of deal.
Right.
So he explained this to this, and I'll call them teacher because I don't know what their proper names are, the people that are walking them through this.
Yeah, well, like on acid, we used to call them camp guides. Like,
okay.
but a shaman, possibly?
Possibly, okay.
A shaman.
So what happened was, that they took this and that they're there actually for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I thought wait a minute. I thought it was going to be like an hour high, 2 hour.
No, it's a whole mission.
Yeah, it's a whole mission. And that they told him, you are going to see demons. This is what they told him. Now, they might have used a different word, but he told me I saw demons. And what they said is that pay no attention to them because they will come up to you. Just keep going until you find yourself.
Right.
Then he told him, make sure
you have to ride the snake. That's what Jim Morrison said in that movie.
Yeah.
You have to go with the fear, because the minute you panic, the snake will bite, and then it'll give you a bad trip. So no matter how scary and stuff it may seem, stay calm, ride that snake.
Right. So I told him, you actually pretty much, here's the way I asked him, you actually pretty much went back in time? And he said, well, here I did. He said, because I needed to fix this. And I said, okay. So he found himself.
So there was healing properties within that, that hallucinogenic that he took. What was it?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca, yeah. So when I was doing, preparing for this interview, I was looking at it, and that popped up.
So I said to myself, so you actually saw demons? He goes, yeah, and they were all black, and they all had like a reaper. That's what they looked like. They were coming up to him. He said, and as they were coming up, passing by, I just kept looking straight ahead. I did not make eye contact or look at any of them, And he had said something that I thought was kind of weird. He said, you can hear all of them yelling, coming towards you, but yet you can hear them individually still. even though they're all coming, making a noise, he said it's a horrible noise.
But then you can hear the individual.
Yes.
It's like a multi-track, but you can hear the individual tracks within the multi-track.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what I thought was a little.
When I first started smoking weed, and being in the recording studio, or after being in the recording studio, and then listening to records after, I would be able to, okay, I can single out the snare track. I can single out the kick track, the kick drum track.
Right.
I was able to separate all the tracks, but I had been exposed at that point for like the first few times to a multi-track and how it actually worked in the studio. Maybe people don't even know that. The common person doesn't know that, but yeah.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm going to come back to that with me on my production.
Okay.
So what happened was he said he finally found himself and he was able to make his way back. Okay. But they told him, this is where I kind of like, was like, they told him, you have to keep coming back because you have to keep healing yourself. And I'm like, I thought it was a one-time thing, bro.
Reminds me of like an AA class. Keep coming back.
Yeah, like, okay, I got to see those demons again. Pretty soon I'm going to get tired of seeing myself.
Right.
Right. But he never went back, and he just said he was scared. He said it was terrified. And I go, did it work? And he said a little bit. He said, I think it was more of a mental thing for me. Mm-hmm. He said, you do feel like you are somewhere else. You know what he said it looked like? This is the scary part. You ever seen Constantine with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
When he goes into that dimension and he sees demons, the wind, and it's red, and he said that's exactly the way he looked.
Wow. Okay.
So
there has to be some truth to, you know what I mean?
Yes.
For it to be depicted in movies and stuff like that. I had a friend, a good friend. I haven't spoke to him in a little bit. White boy, one of the most talented. I mean, his athletic ability. He would put me up on even like rap groups or music, like way ahead of its time. Like, bro, you got to get up on this, and he'd be way ahead of the curve, really in tune.
Yes.
He used to go, and he was a professional BMX rider, like skater, like
he was on another level.
On another level. But he used to go into Hollywood Hills in a big mansion, and other people go, and there'd be a shaman there.
Ooh.
And he would give them a particular drug, and I'm trying to remember the name of it, and they would all like trip out, but it was all about love, and they'd be hugging each other, and then he said eventually they would all knock out, but they were watching them, taking care of them, making sure that nothing went crazy, and claimed like it just gave him the most intense and spiritual experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you talked about music, and you said how you smoked, and it just...
The multi-track, I could hear the single tracks within the multi-track.
Okay. Most of you guys that follow me on Instagram, not necessarily on Freaky Tales, but on my regular Tony A. The Wiz page, okay? Mm-hmm. Within the last 3 weeks, I've been posting videos of beats that I made in the early 90s up to the mid-90s. Stuff even when I was just bored. And I had my drum machine, the SP1200. That drum machine came out, I believe, in 1987. I got it in 1988. And that's how I pretty much fed my family for years, off of that 10-second drum machine. Mm-hmm. Now, I had a bunch of records. I wasn't a musician. I wasn't a drummer. I wasn't a keyboardist. So I had to use this, okay? And there were times, you know how people get writer's block? Mm-hmm. They can't write a song. They can't write a rap. They can't.
Right.
There were times that I got producer's block. I couldn't come up with anything. Well, I remember one time my brother, for my birthday, bought me a bottle of tequila. I walked to the liquor store, bought myself a 40 ounce, okay? And I tried to make a beat under the influence. And let me tell you something. It kind of goes along with what you were saying. I would turn on the drum machine. I had the headphones on because I was living in a one-bedroom apartment at the time. So I had to keep it down.
No noise.
And I'm over here, boom, 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 but nothing. Okay. One shot, one swig. Boom, boom, boom. One shot, one swig. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good now. I play the record. Ooh, that's dope. Get another record. A snare will come. Ooh, take another shot, take another swig. I'm feeling it now. A bass line. Under that, okay? It starts coming. I take myself another shot. It was enhancing everything. Okay, for me, that's the way it was. And I started here. I need something. Do you know what I did? I reversed it. Boom, boom, boom. Kick that in. Bro, I finished it and I said, I'm fucked up right now. That's what I said, because I was. I was like 6 shots in and I finished my 40. Let me turn that off. If I feel it in the morning, I'll sell it.
Right.
Turn that on in the morning. It hit me exactly. And I said, okay, this is what I need to do. Okay.
But that's usually the test too. You put it away, and then when you return back to it.
Yes, you have to do that now.
Right. Because you could have just been in the moment and things were distorted and it sounded good to you at the moment, but
see,
you have to give it the sober test.
I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarette. Never tried coke, PCP, heroin, crack, none of that. But I did drink, and it opened everything up. I talked to B-Real from Cypress Hill, and he tells me when I smoke, it opens everything up.
Right.
You know? Right. So for me,
I believe that.
Liquor did it to you, did it to me. The bad thing is that, you know, you don't have a liver of stone, so you need to relax.
Right.
You know? But yeah, but let me tell you something. I remember at that time, I wanted to leave the music industry because it was, the business side is crooked as hell. So I said, I'm going to go get me a damn job.
Right.
I needed to pay bills, bro.
Right.
And at that time, I didn't want to return. Had a guy knock on my door and told me, hey, bro, I need an album. And he talked me into it. Well, he didn't really talk, the money did. And he said, I need 10 tracks. I'll give you $1,000 a track. And I said, I'll have it for you by Friday. And I finished everything. And he brought me 10 G's cash.
Nice.
Paid all my bills, bro. I have some money left over. Still went to my job. So I always knew how to fed myself through music. But I had to slow down because
the drinking.
Yeah. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys get to see a lot of those beats that I did under the influence.
Okay. So, but the videos that you're posting now, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but
no. I'm sober explaining it.
Right. No, I enjoy those videos. And I think the younger, I shared this with you. I think the younger generation needs to see it. And I think the younger generation is loving when you post videos like that.
Well, I got another one dropping tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. So
anyways, but now it just enhanced. So we're talking about mind enhancing drugs, you know, and again, maybe Alex, maybe you could chime in on this one. What do you think is one of the worst ones out there that really like makes, you know, like, I don't know if people are on drugs or they just lost their mind when you see them at a bus stop or, you know, walking the street and they're talking to themselves. You know, not too long ago, around 8 o'clock in the morning, well, before school was out, before summer, I was taking my grandbaby to school. I took them a little bit early, and there was a woman butt naked walking in the middle of the street talking to herself, and she looked like she was in her 30s.
Okay.
I mean, at least her body did. Her face looked raggedy, but her body didn't look worn out. And butt naked, bro. I just turned my baby's face so they don't see her bush. So yeah, bro. But like, Alex, what do you think, bro? Like, what's one of the worst ones out there that you could say that could really screw you up?
The worst ones I've seen is those the fentanyl pills. I guess the blues. I guess they call them. Like, really? You know, you see a lot of videos from Arizona. There's a guy that goes out there and films all the like prostitutes and all the drug addicts on the streets, and all of them they're saying they're on blues. They call them blues. Then from my research, pill, right? From my research, blues is like fentanyl. You know, it'll have that.
Okay. Somebody said Tony is the sickest old head with the stories for days. You know what? I honestly do have stories for days. Yeah. When you grow up with a lot of people hanging out every day with about 15 to 20 cats for years, and you hear all their stories, working at a damn warehouse. You hear people's stories. Everybody told me their stories. I don't know why I was a magnet for people to say, hey, bro, can I talk to you? You know, I caught my girl boning my brother, and what should I do? Crazy stories like that, bro.
They confide in you.
Yeah, but you know what? This is why I think if you want to get rich, make a telenovela or a, what do you call this? Reality show at a warehouse.
Oh, shit.
At a warehouse. All those women that work 12 to 15 hours with that dude next to them, they're most likely hooking up.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Blue collar workers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, what about crystal meth? Is that a real bad one? I know. Well, I know it is, but does that cause you to?
It destroys lives.
Yeah. Well, I know. I saw crack do that in the 80s.
Yeah. So I think it's because the high lasts longer than crack.
So now you said, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, and meth is really bad because maybe after the 5th or 6th day that you're awake, you know, I'm imagining. I mean, after one day just being sober, you know, you start hallucinating the next day if you don't sleep.
Yeah,
So
the sleep deprivation.
Yeah, so
too
much, you know, you might go into psychosis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's destroyed. The guy had told me the name of it too, and it's been so many years. But they made like this like wafer that was like it was meth, but like in a wafer, and that shit destroyed a whole island, like in the Philippines, like you know somewhere in Indonesia area, or what have you, or Indo-Asia. Don't quote me on that. But like just taking out complete islands, just made it desolate. Everyone was just tweaked out.
So people are selling that to destroy lives.
Well, I don't. Well, that's what the end result is from the experiences, but it gives you that escape.
Yeah.
You have energy. You know, you could be up for days. I mean, sex, you go longer. Like,
now,
you know,
in the 80s, bro, and again, I say this shamefully. I don't brag about this. I was a nickel and dimer. I sold 20s. I sold, 5-0s, nickels, crack. When and all it was just to buy records, a mixer, and the new Jordans.
Right.
Okay. I was never anybody big, but I would ask a lot of these crackheads questions. Because they would come like around.
You're doing market research.
Yeah, this is when I had hair and you put on 3 flowers, 3 flores. Your black windbreaker, your white tee, your creased up Ben Davis, and you brand new Nike Cortez, and you go stand with the homies in the corner.
Curb serving.
Yeah, curb serving with some Clamato and Budweiser. Okay. Then here comes a sale, 8 o'clock. Okay, what you want? I got 20. Okay, cool. An hour later, let me get a 40. Okay, cool. Maybe 2 hours later, hey man, you know what? Let me get a dime. Okay, cool. The same guy comes back through an alley, almost butt naked because he's hot. Hey man, can I have some crumbs? Because you ain't got no more money.
Right.
Okay. Now, one thing I will say, me asking them questions, and one lady told me this, that when she was on crack, she no longer had a sex drive. So that's why it was easy for her to give it up as long as she can get high.
Okay.
So the sex was just like, you could take whatever you want, just give me the rock.
There was no feeling of intimacy. She was just numb.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
And here's how we destroy lives. There were dudes that would come and say, I'll give you guys my wife for about a half an hour. Give us a 20 each. And that's what they were doing. That's what I saw, destroy lives. But sticking to the subject, nobody had ever hallucinated that I know of on crack.
Right. Well, yeah. Maybe they just in a different way. That maybe not as extreme. Because there would still be that sleep deprivation involved.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Because they'd be up for days.
Yeah. Yeah, and the high doesn't last as long.
Oh no, it doesn't.
So that's why they keep coming back.
It does, and I think they genetically, if you will, modified it that way. Like we're gonna give you at least like 5 minutes of a high,
right? Because it's so intense.
Yes, and there's people that have told me this. Crackheads, there is no hit like the very first hit. He goes, and that's what we chase. Can we get that again?
Right.
Can we get that again? And he goes, and
their mind convinces them that they can.
Yes.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then, so you have cocaine, but when you rock it up and you cook it, it takes out all those impurities, so all the cuts. So if the dope man stomped on it with baby laxative or baby powder, whatever.
No, it's too much baking soda. In other words, when you add too much baking soda, it comes out looking like a crouton.
Right. Because, it's smaller.
Than, burn your damn throat.
You lose a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a pure hit. It's a pure high.
I used to have friends like, hey, man, your friend sold me some bullshit. And I looked at them up. Told you don't be selling that bullshit here at the block, bro. Well, I needed to make more. They added more baking soda to make more, but it shit looks like croutons, bro. But go ahead, Alex. Were you going to say something?
Yeah. When you had mentioned about that butt naked.
Yeah.
Some guy was telling me a while back, 10 years ago, he told me that if I keep smoking weed, that I'm gonna smoke the butt naked one day. And I said, what's the butt naked? Why you call it the butt naked? He said, because you wake up the next morning in the hospital butt naked. That's what he said.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All right.
So that word that you said about that, like that's a real thing, and I've heard it before.
Yeah.
So right now, so you say fentanyl will cause hallucinations? Is that what you're saying, Alex? Or it's just one of the worst drugs out there?
Yeah, it is the worst drug out there right now.
That's the epidemic
they
right
even,
now.
They're fighting against specifically that drug.
Okay. But I want to stick to where it causes you to hallucinate. So we know mushrooms can do that.
Mm-hmm.
We know acid can do that. Is there any others out there? We know like the peyote.
Mm-hmm.
We know again, I mentioned the ayahuasca.
Right.
Now, Alex, you've been to prison.
Yeah.
Does Pruno do that?
No, but remember we were talking about the prescription one, that the allergy pill, Benadryl. Benadryl makes you hallucinate too.
Yes, yes.
Too much of it.
Now, I trip out when you see these commercials, and let's just say, if you're suffering from, let's just say, lack of sleep or weakness, take this. It'll really help you. Ask your doctor if it's recommended for you. But common side effects is losing, eyesight.
Yeah. Losing your left toe. Like
Yeah,
just
your
extreme
kidney
side
will start
effects.
bleeding. Suicidal thoughts. Like, who wants to take that?
Right.
So suicidal thoughts, meaning that you can get something that tells you, go kill yourself. So whatever is telling you that, it's in that pill.
Right. And a lot of times it's the stuff that's supposed to, like an antidepressant, so that, you know what I mean? You don't get anxiety attacks, but then it can give you suicidal thoughts. That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. Like take this if your liver hurts. My liver doesn't hurt, but I want to kill myself.
Right. I think with hallucinogenics, I think it's okay. So there's two parts of the brain or the mind. You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind.
Yes.
Your conscious mind is responsible for the five senses: touch, sight, smell, taste, all that good stuff. Five senses. Your subconscious mind. So you have and the conscious mind is based on the pain-pleasure principle, meaning things that bring pain. Your conscious mind says no, 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 no. Things that bring, and it's not necessarily physical pain, emotional pain as well.
Yes.
And then things that bring pleasure, it's like yes, 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 more. The subconscious mind is the part of the mind that keeps you breathing at night, that keeps your organs functioning while you're just throughout the course of the day. The things that you don't think about that keeps this body of ours functioning. And so what happens is, per my readings, that because it's the pain-pleasure principle, so let's say you experience some emotional pain. The conscious mind is saying, nope, don't think about that, ignore that, don't dwell on it. The subconscious mind is saying, you need to address this. You really do. You need to address this. So the conscious mind attempts to suppress it. The subconscious mind wants you to address it, and you have this inner struggle, and it creates an affinity. That's just a fancy word for a hole or a space. So what happens is, in each individual's life, these painful experiences happen. They try to stuff it. Subconscious mind says, address it, creates this affinity, and then they try to fill that hole or that gap with something. It could even be shopping or eating, but it creates an affinity. And these things, if they don't go addressed as well, can actually manifest themselves in physical ailment.
Yes.
Yes. And so I think the drugs, it gives that escape. It alleviates all of that stuff without them having to do the work. The work meaning actually issue through it. Right.
This may not have to do anything with hallucinating. Maybe it does because I'm uneducated in this. But the only reason why I'm sharing it is because one of my friends got hooked on it. And he was going because of his back, and they were giving him that drug.
Vicodin?
Vicodin, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, it's supposed to be, I guess, a painkiller or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's an opiate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm correct, is it in the heroin family?
Yeah. It's a lighter dose, but it's an opiate, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Heroin is an opiate, yes.
So I'm thinking, how can you take that or prescribe that knowing that most likely people are going to be hooked on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And this guy one day calls me and he tells me, he goes, hey, Tony, do you can meet me for breakfast? And I was like, yeah, okay. And I said, what do you want to talk about? And he says, I need help. And I said, what's going on? He said, I'm addicted to Vicodin. So I said, okay, like what do you take? You know, I knew a chick that would pop 3 at a time.
Right.
Okay. And I go, how many do you take? Like 5 or 6 a day?
Oh.
No, he goes, more like 25, somewhere around there. A day.
Yeah. I had a friend that would pop like 10 at a time.
And with beer.
And drink a Red Bull.
Yeah, okay.
Or alcohol, because that will intensify it.
Before you know it, bro, he started living somewhat like a crackhead. Mm-hmm. He started breaking into cars, stealing laptops. He finally went to jail. He got cleaned up, you know, came back out, got into heroin because that Vicodin wasn't filling that void anymore.
And heroin's cheaper and easy. It's actually more accessible, really, because you have to go to the doctor, get a prescription, or find somebody with a prescription to get the Norco, whereas you could just find it local.
Has anybody hallucinated on heroin that you guys know of?
According to this, what I'm reading, nothing. That's not a hallucinogen.
Okay. So.
But ecstasy is.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, do I got a story on that?
Molly.
Yeah, thizzers.
If
you're up,
they have all kinds of interesting.
Okay. For those that may not know, because I heard of Molly's. And I'm going to tell you why it's funny, okay? Because when I found out about Molly's, there's a guy that every Saturday and Sunday walks by, tamales, tamales. So my grandbabies, they don't know how to say tamales. They call him the Molly man.
Ah.
Grandpa, now what? The Molly man. You want one? Yes. What color? Green or red? Green. Okay. And they go, Molly man. So that's the Molly man.
Yeah.
So, but now, what does that do, Alex?
What, ecstasy?
Molly's or whatever.
Okay, it says it's also known as MDMA.
Oh, okay.
And also known as Molly. It acts as both a stimulant and hallucinogen.
Ooh, okay.
I guess in layman's terms, from what I understand, it's like heroin and speed, in one. And so if you get one you can get some that's a little bit more speedy. You can get one that has a little bit more like
so almost like a speed,
like a speedball in a pill.
It says it produces an energizing effect, distortions in time and perception, and enhanced enjoyment of tactile experience. I guess I don't know how to spell.
Wow. Okay.
They misspelled it. Actually.
Okay, so you said Molly, and what else you said?
Also,
thistles, or what did you say?
Thizzers.
What is that?
That's another word for that.
It's slang, like street
it's slang in up north. That's what they call it.
In the Bay?
So there's in the Bay. So they you hear a lot of songs with that they talk about thiz, or they say the word thiz in the background. That's what they're talking about.
Damn, bro. Like, honestly, I don't want to hallucinate shit. I just want to go to sleep, wake up, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because I seen, okay, this is a freaky tale, but I need to share it because I'm not even going to say where I got it from, because most guys that I know that were there when they heard the story watched my show.
Okay.
So I won't give too much. You a guy that one day we were just talking about this stuff, drugs. Mm-hmm. Have you taken this? And he was like, I pretty much taken everything. And then I said, what about ecstasy? Mm-hmm. What about ecstasy? He said this, oh no, don't take that shit. That shit will make you turn gay. And I said, what? He said, don't take that shit. That shit will make you turn gay. And I was like, there's a pill that makes you turn gay? And he goes, no. He goes, one time we were supposed to wait for some girls. We were at a hotel and we were going to go to a rave. Okay. He said, and we all took ecstasy. He said, I went downstairs. I waited for those girls. I waited about 30, 40 minutes. Okay. He said, I went back upstairs because they didn't come yet. The lights were turned off. I turned them on and they were all blowing each other. True story.
Yeah, that they wanted the sensation. It didn't matter what gender it came from.
Exactly. So none of us were there. Okay. So none of us were there. Okay, it's like I like what Ice Cube said one day. He said, "Release that Epstein list." He said, "Just to let you know, me and Dub C never ever been to no fucking Diddy party, so you ain't got to worry about us being on any list." You know, but it's true. Hey, if you're not on the list, fucking say it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but when he said that shit would make it turn, I'm like, why would you even take that?
Right. I mean, I think that's I wouldn't say a broad stroke of the brush. Yes, that absolutely happens.
Okay, Alex, I need you to, on the poll, do something for me. Have you ever been on ecstasy? Yes, no?
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a lot of yeses.
Yes.
Yeah. And I might be showing my age, but yeah, that came a little bit later in my life.
I know.
To where I was. Same with fentanyl.
No.
I've never even had it offered
Remember
to
that
me
verse?
before.
I just took some ecstasy. Ain't no one there with the sex with me. Dr. Dre said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, snap.
I got love for Dre, but I didn't like that verse, bro.
Right.
Anyways.
Oh, and Eminem talks about it too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, having your back all crooked like a dinosaur.
Damn.
On that song, Drugs. Yeah, because it fucks with your backbone too.
What does? Ecstasy?
Yeah.
How does that do it? You mean like over time?
Yeah, and taking, regular doses of it.
How would he know?
Because he was, he was on it. He used ecstasy, but he was on Vicodin too. If you look at his first album, there was like a little, I don't want to say maybe the cartoon draw it, but there was like a little Vicodin pill. It looked like made like a cartoon character on the CD, a Vicodin pill.
I don't remember that one. I didn't pay attention to it, I guess.
Yeah, he had a Vicodin. He used to be addicted to Vicodin too. And the thing about Vicodin or any opiate, the reason why it's so hard to get off it, because the withdrawal is just fucking murderous and insane.
Fuck. Is it up there? Okay. Cool. Have you ever taken ecstasy? What did Dre say? Ain't no something what the effects may be. Remember, that's what he said.
Ain't no telling what the side effects may be.
Maybe that's the side effects.
Gay.
My.
Also, you had mentioned peyote. It's also known as mescaline.
Yeah.
That's another
or mescaline.
Mescaline, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they say in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
They're
saying that adrenochrome will make mescaline look like kids play.
Yeah, wow. I hear. I've heard Eminem mention it a few times.
You know what I would like to ask Anton LaVey, the satanic dude. Mm-hmm. What kind of drug did you take back then in the 70s, bro? It was probably acid.
Acid, yeah, because that was and he was out in the San Francisco on Haight Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that was all Timothy Leary. Timothy Leary was all pro acid and the healing properties of acid and doing acid for a spiritual experience.
You took a mushroom before, right?
I have.
Did you experience anything?
I did. So kind of similar to the story that you shared, mushrooms are different. And I trip out. You can go to the dispensary right now and they have mushrooms in a jar. You
really?
Can buy caps, stems. Yeah, because you buy caps and stems.
Wow.
So I was told you're only supposed to, and you buy them in eighths, similar to, like weed. So you buy, well, if you're just going to, for a night or something, you buy an eighth. And the potency of the mushrooms differentiate. So we were told to only eat half an eighth. So we ate the half eighth, and it didn't kick in enough. We're like, fuck it. Took the whole eighth.
Right.
And they call it frying balls. Like, yeah, I fried balls. And the experience was intense. Do I remember anything, like, specifically from the experience? No. But when I came down from it, I felt this feeling of just, like, and I could see things more clearly. Like, the materialistic, mundane things, like the thing, I was just, I felt like I had more insight, to be quite honest with you.
When you came off of it?
When I came off of it, when I was coming down from it.
So
during the trip, it was, I can't tell you what I just remember it being intense. I remember in the beginning of the trip, oh shit, it was, we were working with DJ Fabe from Light a Shade of Brown at the time, and he had come to pick us up, and I remember driving, and it just felt like I was floating. So at first, it's kind of like a feeling of euphoria, stuff like that. But yeah, it was intense. But I did feel some type of enlightenment from it after I came down, when I was coming down.
Okay.
It was like something I could categorize it as positive.
Alex, you ever tried mushrooms?
No, I haven't. And to add to that, right now they have vapes, like psilocybin, supposedly, but it's not. They're just like a synthetic chemical. So if you're trying to get mushrooms or do mushrooms, don't smoke the mushroom vapes. They're not good for you.
Synthetic. It's not organic.
Yeah, it's on some weird.
Or they
shit.
add chemical to the process.
Yeah, it doesn't have the chemical that you're looking for in there. If you look for it in the paperwork, that right now you gotta make sure, like, you know, those vapes and shit like that, like especially like the ones that, because right now they got another one. I think it's called like 7-0. They're exposing this stuff because people are taking it and they're comparing it to taking almost fentanyl or opiates. It's like you know, if you take too much of this shit, you get addicted, and it's getting people more addicted than opiates.
Oh.
So right now the vape shit is crazy right now.
Okay.
So speaking of mushrooms, though, there's some interesting theory that I've known about for a little while. That they're saying that in the Bible, when Moses and the Israelites were roaming through the wilderness, you know, and God sent them the manna, that manna was actually mushroom.
Okay. All right. You know, interesting. Now,
because it says manna is described as an edible substance that appears on the ground overnight. And remember, every morning they'd wake up and there'd be manna there.
Yeah.
It's described as looking like a white frost, each piece the size of a coriander seed and tasting of wafers made of honey.
Right.
Yeah.
But the mushrooms taste like that?
Yeah. And when they would process it, they would boil it.
Right.
And bake it before eating.
Okay.
So they were like on a 40-year trip.
Yeah, 40-year trip.
I don't think he sent a manna of the whole 40 years, but
Right.
I believe it was in Deuteronomy, if I'm not mistaken. No, Exodus, the book of Exodus. While they were
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this because I don't know. You know how they say, yeah, this drink right here, it's really good. It's infused. What the hell does that mean?
Infused. So like there's THC infused lemonade.
Okay.
I've
Can
tried
you
that.
get high?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You can get high off of it though?
Yeah, like a weed high, but without smoking it. I used to get, they were having a special at the dispensary, like 2 for 1. And so you'd get 2. Oh, it was, you get 2 for 1. If you chugged one, you got the other one for free, but they would record you for social media. So it was like a promotion.
Fuck all that.
But it was THC infused lemonade.
I want to, you know what? Look, I'll be honest with you. Just none of that stuff turns me on, bro. Like, okay, I'm going to say something, and I know it's going to piss a lot of people off, but I pissed a lot of people off already, so it doesn't really matter. To me, one of the biggest turnoffs ever is when I see a woman smoke a joint or smoke a blunt.
Really?
To me.
Huh.
It's almost like it strips away their femininity or whatever.
Yeah, their femininity.
Yeah, it just does. But maybe that's just something that was embedded in me or put inside of me when I was a kid.
Right.
I just can't see a woman, or even in the business of weed. Honestly, I just can't do that.
What about seeing a girl sloppy drunk?
Probably same shit.
Same thing? Okay.
Yeah, probably same shit.
Because well, in the sloppy drunk scenario, it's because they're losing their composure and they're sloppy. They can't pull it together.
It's just
but
because
just seeing someone, they don't even have to be totally stoned, but just seeing a woman hit a blunt.
Hit a joint.
It seems a little masculine to you.
But masculine. That's what it is. I see more of a man in you, like a homie.
Right, 'cause that's what the homies do.
Yes. And especially if you're chugging a fucking bottle of Hennessy. You know? Fuck. Yeah, so just don't tell me you're in the weed business or tell me you smoke weed or whatever, because I wouldn't even be your friend.
Wow, okay.
So
I really don't smoke weed that much anymore.
No?
At all.
But you're still my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you. Appreciate that.
go ahead.
It said, just to answer what you said, what is an infused drink? An infused drink is a beverage that had another substance like flavors, herbs, or cannabis added to enhance its characteristics. This process, called infusion, involves steeping ingredients into a liquid and to extract their essence. Infusions can be used to create alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. So that's it.
Okay.
Alchemy. Kind of like alchemy a little
Okay.
bit, right?
One last thing I want to bring up, see if you know anything about it. I think Mike Tyson said he tried it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think. Licking a frog's back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a certain particular frog, yeah.
Hey, Alex, can you
And
look for
there's
that damn frog?
hallucinogenic. And they pick it
Alex.
off the shit off the back of the frog, and then they put it in a device and smoke
So do they
it.
take it off, or do they pick up the frog and just lick his ass?
What I've seen is kind of like a toothpick, and then scratch the shit off the back, and then I want to say it's poisonous, but not poison in the sense that it'll kill you. Poisonous that it'll give you a head change, like change your perception, and then they put it in a device and smoke it.
Yeah, it's,
No, it's a smoke. No, they lick it. I heard they lick it.
Well, it depends where you're from, but the right way you're supposed to do it is like you take a tea and then you like you said, you scratch the back of it, and then you're supposed to like cut yourself or like scrape.
Oh, it's getting your blood.
Yeah, you got to scrape yourself right here, and then you put it on, and then that shit will get to you. But it's toad venom.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
what it
see,
says
that's
right
poisonous. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, and I know you don't know the answer, so it's rhetorical. Who in the fuck told somebody, go lick that frog?
Right.
They probably ate it.
That motherfucker looks good. Go lick him up. Lickety split.
Right. Well, who told someone like to get hops and barley and let it ferment and make alcoholic beverages?
Who told somebody that?
And I can tell you that was alchemy, because alcohol.
Look at
goes
that
back-
lobster. He'll look good with butter and fucking.
Right. Boil him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got meat in there, in the tail.
Yeah.
He has meat in his tail.
Yeah.
Can't eat any part of the lobster, just the tail.
Most girls got a lot of meat in their tail. But a fucking frog, like, let me lick. No, I had heard about licking him. That's what I'm saying. You pick up the damn frog and he's kicking you like,
Oh.
okay?
Yeah, anything licking, Alex? Licking a frog?
And then all of a sudden you're doing the fucking moonwalk forward.
Oh, shit.
What's that stuff that they eat? It's like they put it in a can and they let it like ferment. It's like fish and salt and all kinds of shit.
I never heard of that shit.
Man, there's this. Man, I'll look it up. I'll let
You know what they're doing now too? Well, not just now. I think it's been around for probably over a decade now. Bath salts. Smoke bath salts.
Oh yeah,
Gets you high, but it like
Bath salt?
Mm-hmm.
it was turning people into like zombies. Or
Yeah,
something.
because you lose like chunks of your flesh over a prolonged period of
The
use.
fuck? Does it make you a leper?
Yeah, you look. It looks disgusting. Like you see pictures, they're missing like pieces of their shin, and like just big gashes of chunks of flesh.
Fucking
missing.
chicharrón is missing.
Like, yeah, a flesh eating situation going on with bath salts. Like, and I understand what you're saying. The extremes people will go to fix to get a high, but you have to look at, in my opinion, look at the underlying cause. Like, what's the sources or the underlying causes, so they can escape. So that means whatever they're experiencing here in this reality is so, maybe it starts off as recreational, or maybe some people can do it. Some people can drink like a gentleman. Some people can't drink like a gentleman.
Right.
So I guess it just really depends on the individual. Maybe some people, hey, I could do it occasionally. But for the most part, people use these substances to medicate. Even if you're looking at hallucinogenics, healing properties. So they're medicating to
Now, say that they're
heal.
medicating and they do heal, but they like it now.
Right.
So now
Now they're addicted.
Now
yeah.
they're addicted.
Right. So like my friend that would visit the shaman in Hollywood Hills, I mean, he wasn't doing it weekly.
Right.
It was like, let's say once every fiscal quarter or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and he said there was rich people there, like,
Right.
and some guy in Hollywood Hills would open his home and people would go in and trip. Like some Andy Warhol shit. Or something.
Somebody put Tony hiding that Bud Light can. Okay. I'm going to show you. This is what it is. Show them yours, bro. And I rarely ever drink this shit, but when that was the only thing that I had today.
I like to think you do it because I drink it.
Okay, I do. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Anyways.
I know what he was trying to infer, the Bud Light thing.
Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
That guy's out of here. Like nobody even
That's why
talks
all the
about it.
cholos switched to Michelob Ultra now.
Yeah, exactly. What was the Michelob Ultra Gold or something like that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Fucking drinking frog water. So, anyway. Okay. Hey, Alex, do dabs make you hallucinate?
Oh.
No, just maybe fall asleep.
Yeah, I enjoy
See,
a
but
good
sleep
dab
is
every
free.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Why would you pay for it?
Because it just gives you like this feeling like,
You're not paying for it.
And how long does it?
a dab?
Yeah.
Like a good dab?
It
They
depends.
last like an hour or so,
It depends.
right?
You're smoking a sativa
At
dab?
first it's intense, and then you're like,
Are you-
then when it mellows out, you're like, hey, this is
Are you-
nice.
Are you smoking a sativa dab or an indica dab?
I don't know.
That's what matters.
Frog dab.
A frog dab.
I don't know about
I
that
like
one.
indica dabs.
I'll take a sativa dab.
Sativa, I can't use. I mean, it gets me anxious. Like the opposite.
I like
Gets me the racing thought.
That's what I like.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just a glutton for punishment, huh? Or
Yeah.
or it affects you in a.
Not while I work.
Oh,
So it just
oh,
helps
yeah,
me-
it's an uppity high.
It helps me throughout work.
Right. So you
Yeah.
get that high low. You're calm, but you still
You know,
have energy to function. Got it.
Back to, PCP, okay?
Butt naked.
Yeah. I remember in the late 70s and early 80s, I used to hear a lot of reports of people jumping off of buildings believing that they can fly.
Yeah.
So
Now
now,
they're Superman. And things.
now, but think about this. So
But they do, not to cut you off, but real quick, they do get like super strength. Like you see
yes,
some people.
yeah, it's true.
Like I don't know if it's true, but I thought like Rodney King was on PCP. That's how he was able to take that beating.
Exactly.
They gave him.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Okay, so now let me ask you this. And it could be rhetorical because we don't know a lot of these questions, a lot of these answers. But like now, because that's just not in our neighborhood. It happened in your neighborhood. It happened in everybody's neighborhood that they think that when they took PCP that they can fly. What is it about that drug that makes them think that?
Right. I don't know. Not from firsthand experience.
Like, can you imagine somebody saying, "Hey man, if you take that, you think you can fly?" So all of a sudden he fucking takes it, and all of you like, "I can fucking fly. Let me go to that fucking building."
Right. Probably just a feeling of just total elation. Like maybe elation's the wrong word.
Why
just
not?
Like this feeling
I'm the
like,
fastest man in the world.
"Ooh, I feel
Yeah.
freaking awesome. Like, yeah, bring it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Why
a
not-
fly off this shit right now.
Why not fight the whole hood?
Like, I feel so good. I feel like I have superhuman strength. But you must to a certain extent because
Right.
you can, you've heard of people that can they have super strength under the influence of that drug. They can I don't want to say lift a telephone pole out of the fucking ground, but
Right.
something extreme. Lift things that they couldn't lift in a sober state of mind. Lift heavy things. Or
That's what I'm saying. Like, but to think I can fly. Let me just ask, because I think this is interesting. Is it possible, and I may be using the wrong words, they smoke it, okay?
yeah.
Something communicates with them. It opens up somewhat of a door, portal, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Go, jump. You can fly.
So some entity of some sort.
That's what I'm
some
thinking.
Influence of an entity is making them believe
Yes.
that they can do
Because
these things.
we've all heard, we might not have grown up together, but we've all heard the same stories
Right.
that when they took it, they thought they can fly.
Right. No,
No
yes,
other
definitely.
drug has made people think that.
Is that why they call it angel dust?
Because you're going to run into one angel, whether it's fallen or a holy angel, okay? But yeah, I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, why that one specifically?
Right.
So
Is it that common anymore? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It says right here that PCP is a dissociative drug, meaning that it can create a feeling of being separated from one's body and surroundings. This detachment from reality can lead to distorted sense of self and impaired perception of danger.
Okay.
see, but there's that leaving of self, like disconnected
Yeah.
from the body. You want to escape.
Yeah, it's
You want to
true.
escape.
I mean, look, I know some people can handle life. Some people can't. Some people can handle criticism. Some people can. Some people can't handle hate. Some people can. And then some people can handle breakups. Some people can't. Some people can't handle losing a fight. Some people can. Okay. So I think the people that are possibly, and I don't mean to say that they're all weak, but possibly weak-minded in certain areas, turn to those things to escape.
Right.
Okay? But me personally, I've never needed anything like that. And I thank God for that. So when people, and believe me, bro, I've had friends that have taken themselves out because they couldn't handle the pressures of life.
Right.
Okay? And I've always wondered, man, if I could have just talked to you before. If you would have just opened up, you know, because you will still be here. I had friends in their early 20s that ended up taking themselves out, okay? Had no kids. Destroyed their family because their family misses them, okay? The families are left with the what if he would have lived, what he had kids.
Right. They're being very selfish when they do something like
that. A lot, yeah, man. So, you know what? It's like, let me just say this and then we'll move on. If you are out there going through one of these trials, if you will,
trials and tribulations,
where you just can't take it. If you don't have a close friend or a close family member, you have to learn how to encourage yourself. You have to, because there's been times, bro, where my back has been against the wall. I'm 57 years old, bro, and my back has been against the wall several times. Okay, with friendships, you know, with what bills, whatever.
Right.
Okay. And I've always said, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this.
That can-do attitude.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me just pull up my bootstraps and
that's it.
Knock this shit out the park.
It's not like, oh shit, what am I going to, oh my God, hey, can you spot me a 40 ounce, bro?
Right.
No, bro, you got to learn how to encourage yourself. You know, so.
What I've come to realize as of late is there is very little in this life that I can control. And we all like to control things. There's certain things you can control, like your schedule and things like that. But the more I realize I have zero control, and the only thing I can control is how I react to certain things.
Yeah.
It's been really helpful.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Not to get too,
Before we start opening up our phone calls, I want to announce that tomorrow, if you guys are in the Long Beach area or live close to Long Beach, or if you guys want to make the trip, they're having an event starting tonight in Long Beach Convention Center, and it's called Midsummer Scream. Oh. Okay, and what it is, it's a horror convention. I usually attend 3 different horror conventions every year. There's Monsterpalooza, which is in Pasadena at the convention center, Midsummer Scream, which is in Long Beach, okay, and then there's Son of Monsterpalooza, which is in Burbank. I usually attend all of them. Tomorrow, I'll be there at Midsummer Scream around 12:30, okay, maybe till about 3. I walk around, and I got people that I know that got booths there. If you guys want to come out and you guys see me, you know, I'll take a pic with you. We can shake hands or whatever, because I know people have told me, Tony, when are we going to hook up? When are we going to meet? When are you going to have a meet and greet? I'll be there walking around, okay? So if you guys can make it, Google it, Midsummer Scream, Long Beach Convention Center. I think it costs like $25 to get in, and it's so dope. People go there dressed up like horror, dressed up like whatever, and it's just all horror. Yeah. Yeah. Not horrors, but horror.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, so it's really, really dope. So I'll definitely be there tomorrow. And Alex, where are you at?
I went to see that while we were looking for Alex. I went to see that movie Weapons the other day.
Okay. A friend just told me about that. How was that?
I thought it was, I'm not one for horror shows, but I have an AMC movie pass. So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I guess 3-4 movies a week. I thought it was good. It was interesting. It was good.
That's what he told me. So are you recommending that then?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're into it, and it's like a lot of suspense, but horror to a certain extent.
I had a friend.
Not a lot of blood and gore, but scary, suspenseful stuff.
I had a friend I brought here before named Soren Baker. He's the one that called me today and told me, go check out Weapons, and then we'll talk about it, because he wants to start his own paranormal program.
Okay.
So he goes, go check it out.
Yeah, she does do. Yeah, I don't want to give it away, but yeah.
So Alex, I'm gonna hook up. Let me know when I'm good. Let me see.
I just, and I've never really been one for scary movies or like not scary farm or anything like that. I don't find it fun losing my composure. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
Like not scary farm, they run, and then when you show fear, that's when they target you even more.
Yes. You got to go to Universal Studios.
I have. Oh, that one? No, I've been to the Magic Mountain one too. And
was that any good?
Well, they tricked me. They didn't tell me it was that. So I'm in the middle of a line waiting for a roller coaster. I get trapped by monsters coming at. You just hear the ding, ding, because I think like 6 or 7 o'clock rolled around, and that's when the park transforms into something scary.
Ellis, put the number up, bro.
I don't like it.
Okay, so put the number above us. Once again, everybody, we're going to take phone calls. The number is up there. Go ahead and read off the number.
Okay, the number is 323-659-1850.
This is your volume when somebody calls.
Okay.
So you can adjust it. But once again, Midsummer Scream, Long Beach Convention Center. If you guys are not doing anything, go check it out. I'll be walking around there with some friends. Okay.
You dress up?
Hell no.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Tony, this is Jose from Yuma, Arizona. Currently on the bus here in California on my way to Rhine Fest.
Oh, Rhine
okay.
Fest. Yeah, dope.
They just added Raekwon.
Yeah.
I just passed San Bernardino right now, so I'm here in Cali. But check it out, man. I did have some crazy visuals with mushroom trips, dude.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I've been on 3 mushroom trips, bro, and all 3 have been shitty, bro. Actually, the first one was all right. I didn't really see anything crazy or experience anything crazy. It was just the homie and I were sitting on a campfire and smoking a joint. And before we went outside to smoke the joint, we had a slice of peanut butter with an eighth of mushrooms each.
Yeah.
So we went outside, we were chilling, and then I took a drag out of the joint, and I blew the smoke out, dude. And the smoke somehow connected to the smoke from the fire, and the smoke from the fire kind of like spiraled, made like this huge fucking spiral, and it spiraled all the way to my face, and like it blasted like smoke. And then my buddy started laughing, and he was like, you just started your trip, huh? I'm like, yeah, dude, this is crazy. And I was looking at the fire, and the fire, I would look away from the fire and look at the sky, and it would look like, the fire would look like camera flashlights. So the second 2 trips that I had, they were bad, dude, because I was pretty much going through a depression and a breakup and all that stuff, and a lot of bad things. I'm just going to go to the last one, dude, because they're similar. So I was in my apartment, and my cousin and I took some mushrooms and then again, and cut it to the end. I went to my room, and I started feeling like shit, dude. So like dizzy, nauseous. I wanted to throw up, so I started crawling to the bathroom for the toilet. Once I got to the toilet, I lifted up the seat cover. And in the water along the toilet bowl, I started seeing like Santeria signs, like relics and stuff like that. Yeah. I know them, like I've seen them before, on paper and, like I know symbolism, like witchcraft symbolism. And I started seeing that on the toilet bowl, dude, while I was throwing up.
Wow. Oh.
I told that to a witch lady, and the witch lady told me that was like brujeria done to me, that I was like pretty much spitting out.
Wow. Okay.
It's fucking crazy, dude. And then
have you done it since?
I crawled back to my bed, and this is that. I crawled back to the bed, and this is the end of it. I fell asleep, and when my cousin in the morning woke me up, he said I was twisted, like if I was possessed.
Well, let me ask you this: have you done?
I was yeah.
Have you done it since?
Hell to the no, dude. Never again.
All good,
for
man.
Some people they say it does help. But for me, it wasn't a help. It was more of a I'm out. I'm not doing this again.
Right.
But it's good. It's not bad. But I mean, anything else, I stay away from all that shit.
Yeah. Well, bro, I hope you enjoy yourself at Rhyme Fest. I will be there, and if you see me, come up to me, bro. Hello?
Awesome, dude. I will say that. Hell yeah.
What's that?
All right, man. Peace.
All right, my bro.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. I hope to see you there.
Okay. See you there. Okay. I had a choice to go to a freestyle event or Rhyme Fest. I chose Rhyme Fest.
Like a rap freestyle event?
Yeah, it's called, he just said it, bro, at the Coliseum.
Oh, that's Rhyme Fest.
Rhyme Fest.
Yeah.
What did I say?
A freestyle event.
No,
Oh,
I got invited to go to a freestyle event or Rhyme Fest.
Okay.
I chose Rhyme Fest.
Okay.
2 different events.
Got it.
Call it your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, it's called, hello?
Yeah. You call her your name and where you calling from?
How you doing? My name is Andy. I'm calling from Wilmington, California.
What's good, my bro?
Hey.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just wanted to share a story when I was younger. I grew up in a project in Wilmington.
On the west side?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
waterfront.
I remember, no, not waterfront.
Okay.
The project, yeah.
Okay.
And then, I remember, we're hanging out. I was probably like 15 years old, and my buddies they bought a shrimp stick,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, everybody, like they started smoking it, and I'm like, I'm cool, and then like they just took a few hits, and then like instantly, like one of my buddies, he passed away already, rest in peace. He just takes off running. I'm like, what the hell? And then we're like, what's up with this dude? And then he spread his arms, right? And he just starts running around. He's like, look, I'm flying. And then this dude was fast too, like. So then we're tripping out on him, and then and I was like the sober one, but it was a trip watching all like my homies just act like crazy, and then but then he just takes off, and he was just with his arms like extended. He thought he was an airplane.
Yeah.
And he was just running until like, we caught him, and I caught him, and then I calmed him down, like, hey, you're tripping out, like, it was a trip. I never did any, mushrooms or anything like that, because my head's already fucked up, you know what I mean? You don't have like a bad trip, but
Yeah.
From all the trauma and everything, fucking growing up where I grew up at, man.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy because we were talking about earlier how for some reason that one drug makes you think you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why I was tripping out when you said that. But yeah, I like your channel, man.
thank you, bro.
With me and my son here, we tune in all the time.
All good, my bro. Thank you for tuning in.
I was like, hey, I'm gonna call one day. Yeah, hey, I send you some merch, man. I have a clothing line, Harbor D Clothing, bro. I sent you some merch last time.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
All good, my bro.
Yeah, but we always we always tune in and then do and listen to the podcast, man.
All good, my bro. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for taking the time, bro. Appreciate you.
No problem, brother.
Okay,
all right,
bro.
man. All right.
Peace. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, there's 2 events going on tomorrow. A freestyle event, that freestyle cover girls type of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, freestyle. Okay, I got confused with rapping. Freestyle rapping. Okay,
and then
got it. Yeah.
there's the Rhyme Fest.
Yeah, the freestyle one looks good too.
Yeah, it does. Okay, here we go. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Tony. My name is Angel, calling from the San Fernando Valley.
Angel, how are you?
Good. How are you, Tony? Thank you for taking my call. And what's up to Brando?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, so as far as tonight's topic, I've had quite my share on dabbling with, substances.
Yeah.
However, I want to speak on an experience as far as the mind-altering substances, where back in the 90s, there was a time where I was hanging out with a crowd of friends where we're dabbling in psychedelics.
Oh, okay.
And, and at the time, we're listening to music like The Doors, watching the Jim Morrison film movie Riders on the Storm. We're listening to Pink Floyd. We're listening to Jimi Hendrix, Jefferson Airplanes, Janis Joplin, all this psychedelic era, right?
Yeah.
So so one day we would do whether it's LSD, we call it frying.
Oh yeah.
So we either drop some tabs or some mushrooms, 25 and 8 back then. So we're gonna go on a trip, and those are the times that we used to put on the walls these neon glow in the dark posters. We used to put the black light bulb, and just all psychedelic out. So they told me, hey, we're gonna go on a trip. But they told me, hey, when you do this, going to the trip, don't have fear, or you're gonna have a bad trip. Well, sure enough, it was my first time. I was scared, and I went in there with fear, and I had a bad trip, and it was a bad trip. So the following time, they said, again, don't go into this with fear. So this time I didn't want to have a bad trip, so I didn't go in with fear, and I didn't have a bad trip. I was tripping just like everyone else. Colors were changing. That's what psychedelics do. Whether it's LSD, whether it's mushrooms, whether it's DMT, whether it's ayahuasca, whether it's peyote, these are mind-altering drugs that you tap into the psychedelic. And we used to do it because we wanted to spiritual enlightenment, that. But so what I'm trying to say is that if you're gonna, not saying for anyone to do it, but when you mess with these psychedelic drugs, if you go in it with fear, you're gonna have a bad trip because like we all hear mind over matter. Well, you really gotta have mind over matter when you're doing these psychedelic drugs. So yeah, if you're gonna go in there with fear, you're gonna have a bad trip, and it could be pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's just gonna look at you because you're having a bad trip. You're just sitting there with your head down between your legs. You're having a bad trip. But you could hear everything. You're aware. You could hear everything. But it makes you look, weird because everybody's tripping, rolling while you're over here. So yeah, so these psychedelic drugs could really, have a quite effect on the brain.
Hey,
So I
hey,
just want to share that experience that if you go into something with fear, you will get that, But if you go in there with just trying to trip, then you ride that trip. But
Ride the snake.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alex.
So would you say that if you start tripping like bad, like you start probably killing everyone else's high as well?
You can.
Like that's why they wouldn't probably want somebody around that would be all tripping, right?
Well, I guess people that have done it, that know about it, know that you can't go in there with fear because it could pretty much take over you. Because these are strong. These are psychedelic drugs. These are once you drop that tab, once you eat that mushroom, like
there's no turning back.
Kind of like meth. Yeah. It's just like it got you. You know what I mean? And you have to write it out for an hour or two, whatever. And then some people drink milk. Well, that can make you vomit. So it's just probably best just not to dabble it, just not to mess with drugs. Yeah.
All good, my bro. Thank you for calling and sharing that, bro. Truly appreciate you taking the time.
Sorry, Alex. I hope if I answer your question, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh, you did.
Okay. Thank you, my bro. Appreciate
all
you.
All right, bro. Thanks for taking my call. You guys have a good night. Brando, Alex, Tony.
All good.
You too. You too. Thank you.
Okay. Next caller. I try to keep him about 5 minutes. So.
But yeah, he was right. Tour guide. You need a tour guide. So like the person can sense if you're starting to go, get scared or if the fear takes in, and they'll distract you, like throw a glow in the dark ball or something.
No wonder. So okay, I'm gonna tell you. I got a story. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Chris from Hollywood.
Chris, how you doing today?
Chris.
Pretty good. I have a question.
Okay.
Whatever happened to Marvelous or Cujo? They were going to come back, like a guest or something.
I thought you had a freaky tale question, bro. I mean, Marvelous goes live all the time. You can call him and ask him, my bro. But we're just taking freaky tale questions right now. But to give you an update on Cujo, I believe is living in Oregon, and I believe he became a fireman.
Oh, okay. No, because he was great on the one of the episodes, couple episodes he was back in Freaky Tale.
Right. Marvelous is dedicated to going twice live on his channel. So, you know what? Everybody can call and ask him there.
Okay.
All good. Anything else you wanted to share?
Well, that's pretty much it, because I've never taken drugs, so I don't know. I can't relate.
All good, my bro. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right.
Just to let you guys know, Marvelous on Marvelous Minds goes live like twice a week. If you guys want any questions, go ahead and ask him. And Cujo, I don't know when I'll see him. I saw him his last day he was here. I took a picture with him, and he went to Oregon to become a firefighter, from what he told me. So I wish him the best. But what else were we saying?
You said you were going to share. I brought up the tour guide.
Oh, yeah. One day when I had B-Real here, I got a contact high, and I told him, bro, I just felt something go like this. And he goes, I'm right here with you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you need to set somebody to encourage you and make you feel comfortable.
Call it your name and where are you calling from?
What up, Tony? This is JC, man, from LA.
What's up, JC from LA?
What's up, brother? Hey, man, I want to share a story, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, in 2020, bro, I got shot. I got shot in the chest, right? And I went to LA General Hospital, bro. I was there for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
And when I was there, bro, I had a vision. Like, you ever seen Ghost Ship?
Yes.
The movie?
Ghost Ship, yeah.
So, you remember when the little girl showed them the vision of what happened and shit?
Okay.
I had a vision like that, bro. But it was, so in the vision, bro, I was like, I wasn't asleep. It wasn't a dream. I was already awake and shit. But in the vision, bro, I fucking, what's it called, bro? We were cruising. It was like the 90s. I was cruising with my homies down Pacific. I went into the wrong street, and we ended up getting lit up, bro, and I got shot in the top of the head. So I was experiencing something. I feel like a spirit was what do you say? Kind of showing me what happened. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
it was a trip, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I still, and I was high off of morphine and all that shit. You know.
That was my question. I was going to ask. This is Brando. I was going to ask, were you on a morphine drip?
Yes, sir. They had me on all that shit,
yeah,
brother.
That makes sense.
Morphine. But this shit was so real, bro. Like, like how the fuck can I make that shit up in my mind? You know, like it was kind of like a movie playing in my head, bro. So, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to share that shit, brother. Like when you're off of, you know, any type of medication or something, maybe it was spiritual. Maybe it was just that shit playing tricks on me, bro. You know, but.
Yeah.
Salute to you guys, man. I fuck with this. I fuck with this, man.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Thank you for taking time to be a part of the show. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, my bro. Okay, you guys, we got time for a couple of more calls.
Morphine will do that to you.
Yeah.
My grandma saw Jesus. She said she saw Jesus when she was on morphine in the hospital.
Wow.
She didn't like it.
She didn't like Jesus?
She didn't like morphine. I enjoyed it.
Right. All good. Okay, you guys, we got at least about 10 more minutes of calls, so let's go. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could remain anonymous.
Go for it.
All right, I wanted to talk about the frog or the toad.
Okay.
For psychedelics.
Yes.
So, it's from the Sonoran desert toad, and it's called DMT. Have you guys heard of DMT?
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, it has these venom glands on its back, and you kind of pop them like a pimple onto glass, and then you let it dry out, and you either vaporize it or you smoke it, and it lasts about 15 minutes. And I've never done it, but if you guys have seen Mike Tyson's podcast, his first episode, he actually smokes it on there. And he said he was addicted to cocaine for years and years. And after he smoked it, he never did it again. Then he got in shape. You know, he lost all that fat. And he said he felt like he went through 200 years of life. Like he felt like he died. He lost his whole family. He went to God or whatever. I don't know. You know, when people talk about the DMT, it's the highest psychedelic of all psychedelics.
Oh.
Below that, it's called ashwagandha. Or there's one below it in Brazil. It's from a tree. You take the tree bark and the tree leaves, and that's like the second level. But the DMT is the highest. And Tony, you've actually mentioned it before, where Alex Jones said the elites will instead of smoking it, they take it intravenously like heroin with a drip, like a IV drip, so they can trip for hours on hours.
Yeah.
And they say they talk to the interdimensional beings and all that stuff. Like Joe Rogan's smoked it before.
Wow. And
that's where they talk about the elves, that you see little elves, and you know, they give you information and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. Let me ask you, did you ever try the frog?
No, I've never tried it. I don't know if I'm ready for all that.
Okay. But I'm glad you brought up that bark or whatever you said in Brazil.
Ayahuasca or something.
The ayahuasca, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So DMT is like the top, and it lasts 15 minutes. And you like the people when they smoke it, they don't even move. Like you lay down, you can't move your body. If you tap them, like they wouldn't even respond. They're in a different world. And ayahuasca, it lasts hours. People like fucking, they shit themselves, throw up, and you're tripping. And
wow, who would want that?
Crazy shit.
Okay.
I know.
Oh, good caller. And then like to take that frog back, you know, a frog pimple, and lay down and just trip. That 15 minutes can seem like 5 hours.
Yeah, I would think so.
You know.
Yeah, they say they think they were there for like 200 years when they come out of it.
Wow.
You know, but it all comes from the indigenous. The indigenous, the natives, they originally did the DMT. They did the ayahuasca, and you know, you need a shaman, the native shaman in South America. They'll, you know,
keep you safe.
Guide you through the trip.
Yeah.
All good, my bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you calling in, being a part of the show.
Yep, thank you. It's a great show.
Thank
Brando,
you.
Tony Yang.
Thank you.
All good.
Salute.
Okay.
See, the DMT makes me curious.
Really?
Yeah, like I would consider it.
Now, we're not
Just
talking
to
about
have, like an experience. Like if this guy quit using coke, like he had a cocaine problem, obviously.
Right. Okay, let's get
But
this.
yeah.
But we're not talking about backyard frog.
No, I don't. Not Jeremiah.
Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller.
Yo, hey.
Hey, what's up, caller? Your
Can you
name
hear
and
me?
where you calling from? Yes.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, my name is Renato. I'm calling from Arizona.
All good.
Yeah, I'm just happy I got through.
All good, my bro.
All right.
You got a question?
Yeah, and I was gonna put if you look up on what was it the whole licking the toads thing. It was said that in my tribe, because I'm Native American, I'm Pascoyaki,
Okay.
and in our tribe in the desert of Sonora, we have the Sonoran toad, and apparently if you get some of that venom from that toad, you can hallucinate and you can have like trip out and stuff on that, and in the ancient times, I guess our people used to do like the ceremony to bring out these frogs out, but it was mainly to call out for rain, because when you see the frogs come out, it meant that there was gonna be some good downpour as far as rain. So you know, it'd be like a good sign that we might get some rain, and it said that some people would also like partake in licking these toads and
trip out and stuff like that. But I even seen it on YouTube where they had like the what is that, Vice channel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That Vice, they did a little tiny little portion of a snippet of like they looked into it and they went down to Mexico because our tribe originates from Mexico, so. And they kind of looked into like, is that true? And then like all the elders are like, oh no, we don't do that. But it's funny because I've heard stories that, you know, that they do be tripping out on the toads.
Wow. Okay.
Just for hallucinations.
All good, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing that. You know, it's funny when you first said licking the toads, I thought he said licking toes.
Oh.
And I was like, okay.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
That's some freaky
Is there
tales right
something
there.
It is some freaky tales, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've licked toes before, but never hallucinated anything.
Oh, shit.
So,
Not unless their toes were dipped in something. Oh.
no, I mean, all good, my brother. Thank you for calling in, man.
Well, you guys have a good night.
You
Okay,
too.
buenas noches. Okay, we're going to take one more phone call, you guys. Let's take this last phone
Mr.
call.
Toad's Wild Ride. Maybe they're hinting to something.
And he's like,
Okay, let's go. I was hoping the alien will call in. We've had an alien.
I saw the Instagram
Colin.
post. That was funny.
That was like Tony.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. He sounds like a horny ass Martian.
Elliot.
Okay, come on. One more phone call. Who's going to be the last caller? Let's go. Whoever calls next gives a blow up size doll of me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you could read to it, play with it, talk to it, shower with it, read to it, whatever. Okay? Just don't smoke around it. He doesn't
Don't
like
lick your back.
it smoke. And don't lick the toes. Okay, either that, we got one more. We're going to give you guys one more minute. If not, I'm going to go ahead and just disconnect the Bluetooth, and then you won't be able to call in. So we're going to give you guys another chance. Let's go. Other than that, good calls.
Whatever happened to Caesar?
Caesar from Paris.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Caesar
Maybe
from Paris.
maybe he's been calling in because somebody called in the other day and said they had to call 21 times to get in.
Oh, shit.
So that's somebody who's a true fan of Freaky Tales.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, let me go ahead and disconnect. I give you guys too many chances, and it's starting to tick me off. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. Here we go. Oh, shoot. No, let me just disconnect the Bluetooth. Okay, no more calls. We're good. Okay, we can take these things off. Okay, first and foremost, Brando, did you enjoy yourself tonight?
I did.
Okay. Well, I learned one thing, that I wasn't wrong about the whole PCP thing, how they all feel that somehow they can fly.
Yeah.
So my thing is, what's telling them that they can all fly?
Right.
You know, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, he read the definition. Alex did it. There's like a
Right.
disconnect or separation of bodies, something like that.
Right. And then we talked about the ayahuasca. We talked about fentanyl, but mushrooms.
The DMT from the toad's back.
Yeah, the DMT from the
That
toad.
sparks my interest.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if it has that healing, like where it could cure somebody from an addiction, like that's some pretty powerful stuff. And positive if you don't
Right,
take
right,
that in consideration. I'm not advocating for it, so don't get me wrong. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Alex, let's read the poll. How long has it been up there and how many, give us the stats?
Okay, it's been 50 minutes,
Awesome.
111 votes.
Okay.
Damn.
Have you ever taken ecstasy was the question. 33% said yes. 67% said no.
I just took some ecstasy.
Ain't no telling what the side
Side effects may
would
be. So, okay. Other than that,
I got
go ahead. Super chat.
yeah, super chat from Stilo 13.
Okay.
1999. He said, "Good to see y'all back, Tony A and Brando."
All right.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, my
you.
bro.
That's it.
Okay. Brando, anything you want to touch on, or if not, give your shout outs before I give my shout outs?
No. I thought it was a good conversation.
Absolutely.
I thought about some things I hadn't thought about in a while.
Right.
And shout outs. Shout out to everybody at Fade and Full Barbershop. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Shout out to my mom, and she's probably watching. Now she knows that I've done mushrooms. and that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank my team. I want to thank Brando. Thank you for coming through, my bro.
Yeah.
I also want to announce that Freaky Tales will be back on this Sunday. I'm trying to do at least twice a week because Halloween's coming up. And the Halloween season for me starts in September. So in a sense, I have 2 months of Halloween.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the way I do it. So I'm trying to do at least twice a week for you guys. Tomorrow, I will be at, once again, Midsummer Scream at the Long Beach Convention Center. I'll probably be there around 12:30. I'll be there for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to head on over to the Rhinefest. Okay?
Nice.
So if I see you at Rhinefest, cool. If I see you at Midsummer Scream, cool. Come up to me, shake my hand or whatever. If you guys follow me on Freaky Tales Podcast Instagram, I think I only have like 2,000 followers or whatever. My other one has like 23,000, but this one has 2,000. I'm going to go live from my Freaky Tales podcast page.
Oh.
So at Midsummer Scream, if you follow me or if you don't follow me on Freaky Tales Podcast on Instagram. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I don't care if it's just 5 of us. Okay. We're going to have a good time. Okay. I'm going to go out live throughout the time that I'm there. So be ready. And once again, follow me on there. Other than that, Sunday, we're going live at 8 o'clock once again. And I want to thank all the fans, everybody who decided to be on the live chat, people that decided not to be on the live chat. And, everybody who had a great time tonight. Thank you. Once again, enjoy your Friday. Expect the unexpected. And I'll see you live tomorrow on my Freaky Tales podcast page on Instagram from Mid-Scream and Midsummer Scream. And then if you guys see me at Rhinefest, cool. But Sunday, we'll see you back here once again. Jeez. Thank you. Much love, much respect. We are out of here. Unpleasant dreams.
you.